What is up, YouTube? Today we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin, and I'm going to go over the current price action and try to explain why I think this is happening and the possible scenarios that could be playing out in the future. So let's jump straight into it. If you aren't already aware, today Biden announced his new tax plan. Wall Street obviously had a very bearish reaction to that. So clearly, as you can see, when he announced the new tax plan at 1 o'clock approximately, Wall Street immediately had a huge bearish move to the downside. So almost the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq both fell, closed around 1% negative. They fell approximately 1.3%, and then closed almost 1% in the red. So this was a really bearish day for Wall Street. You can see that the Dow Jones is down minus 234 points, and the S&P is down 0.06%. So clearly, it's Wall Street has not taken a good reaction to the new tax plan, and we can see that once the BTC market as well, when it heard it today, that was a bearish reaction real quick. Like around 1 o'clock, we started seeing BTC tank quite hard. So clearly right now BTC is hasn't really reacted well to the news, and I just want to go over a couple possible scenarios that I see could be playing out for BTC in the near future. So let's start off with the weekly, and I'm just going to go over a few possible scenarios. So as you can see, on the weekly time frame, BTC has been making a significant move to the upside since last year. We had our 20 MA as resistance, and we flipped that into support. And since we've been bouncing off, but for a couple of weeks now, we haven't really visited this area. And this week, we could possibly be coming down to a retest of this area if the previous support and resistance areas don't hold. Right now, it looks pretty bearish, but we could possibly be coming down to the 44K region, which is also our previous area of support. As you can see, 45K was a support level. Could be coming down to this level also in line with the fifth with the moving average. So this is one strong area of support. I think is gonna be one key area to watch. And on the daily, if we head over to the daily, you can see that um, we are currently under the 50 moving average. Now, what does this mean? The 50 moving average has been one of our strongest areas of support since the bull run began last year. It was resistance over here, then we flipped that into support, and we've been bouncing off of this region once, twice. We've done that 3 times, 4 times, and now we've had three candle body closes under the daily. Now, what's the next few levels that we could be looking at? We could be looking at our 100 moving average, which is the 49K region, and this is also another weekly strong area of support. Right now, we are up against the 51,000 region, and this was one of my strong levels of support. But right now, we are really pushing up against it. We had a bounce last week, but it wasn't as strong as I would expect, and we are currently retesting it. If this fails to hold, we could look lower. So where possibly could we see? Now, if we turn on the 20 moving average, we could see a possible retest of the 44K region. Now, for anyone who's missed out on a long, this would be one area of support. On the weekly chart. So since that is one strong area, the 44 to 43K region, this could be a really good position to enter your longs. But if in case this level doesn't hold, obviously you're going to be looking lower, 38K, which at that point in time, I don't know if it's going to still be bullish or bearish, but we're going to have to wait and watch and see how BTC reacts this week. On the daily time frame, as you can see, we are currently bouncing off of the dot 236 of the lower high fib extension. So if this doesn't hold, again, we could be looking lower towards 42k, 42k at the dot 382. This again will be a super strong level resistance. As you can see, it was a level in the past. This 50,000 level doesn't hold, we could be looking lower. I gave these levels to you last week as well. I gave you my possible two scenarios on the daily. So I said there could be an ABC corrective wave looking down towards the weekly. And what are we seeing? We're seeing price bounced off of the weekly, the 50k region, try to break above the last areas of support, but it obviously failed with a swing failure pattern, and now it is pushing down lower. If we do have a daily close below this level, I expect price to be lower. Of course, there is a lot of bullish, like the pretty much everybody now on Twitter and social media is pretty bearish on Bitcoin, but in the long term this could be very healthy. We've seen BTC have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 strong bullish candles, and honestly a one bearish candle would honestly to me be pretty healthy, because this is clearly not sustainable. Like we've tried so hard to close above 60k on the weekly, but obviously we've had some really strong level over there. This has been a strong resistance zone for us. 60k, we haven't managed to close even one candle on the weekly above it. And the daily we've managed to close, but again we failed to hold this as support and we fell back down. So would a bearish month be bad for Bitcoin? No, I don't think so. I feel it would actually be pretty healthy, because the fundamentals for Bitcoin this month and this week specifically are looking pretty strong. We're seeing a lot of institutional interest in Bitcoin this week. So to me, really, this is not the end of the bull market, because the bull market, if you remember in the past as well, BTC doesn't give you so much of a chance. Like let me just go back real quick. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. It doesn't give you so long of a chance to sell the top. When BTC makes highs and the bull market is over, it's going to be too late to even realize the bull market is over. So this to me is only the big, I say small correction, um down maybe to the 100 moving average, or the uh real quick, or this region on the 20 MA. Yeah, the 20 moving average, that is again another strong level. So as long as these levels hold, to me the bull market is still going to be there. So if BTC in case fails to hold this region, let me just go over a couple scenarios that I could see playing out. So on the weekly, like I said, this level is going to be a key area of support, anywhere between this 43k, anywhere around the 43k region is going to be a strong area of support. So let me just mark that off real quick with a green support box. And this also happens to be a fib, well around the 382 region, and the 382 exactly is coming up at 41,879, which is also a daily area of support on the daily chart. As you can see, we've had a wick there, and this makes it another strong support zone. So now let's go over a couple scenarios that I think could still be playing out. Number one, we have my ABC corrective wave that I was talking about last week. We've seen a wave, we've seen a B wave with a fail to break above the last area of support. And now we could possibly be coming in for a C wave to the 45k region, which is our next area of support, in case this higher time frame support level, which is our weekly time frame support, fails to hold up. So a 45k test is definitely possible in the coming week or 2 weeks, but with BTC barely making any moves right now and dominance being so low, I really don't, I really wouldn't undermine this, this move down. And alternatively, if we have seen a bottom here, and if BTC does manage to hold this level, the 50k, 51k level, we could also see a bounce and a double bottom with a close above the 50 MA. Let me just fix that real quick. So the 50 MA is coming around, the right now it's about at 58. So why would a double bottom be strong? So a double bottom would mean there's strong demand for buyers here, and a close above the 50 would be really bullish. And again, a 50, 58,000 and 60k would be extremely bullish. So we're gonna have to see, what is BTC trying to do this week? Is this level gonna hold, or is it gonna fail? Again, my two scenarios would be, we've seen our A wave, we've seen a retracement from the A wave, and now we could see a possible C wave coming down under the A wave and may possibly retesting 45k, or we could also see a double bottom. Let me just show you how that would look. So BTC has broken support from 60k, fallen down to 51,000, and made its way up, failed to break past resistance, and coming back again. And then, you know, if this is the low, we could see a close above, and a close above the 50 moving average. So this would be an extremely strong sign that BTC, right? Damn it. But this could be an extremely strong sign that there is huge levels of support here, and buyers don't want to give this level up. So we're just going to have to wait and see this week what scenario plays out. Either it could be, one of the two scenarios that I showed you. We could be coming down for a double bottom, or this area fails to hold and we go down and test the 45k region. I wouldn't call these both these moves completely bearish, but a 45k test would be very, very healthy in my opinion, because that would be a huge liquidity grab, because obviously we haven't tested those levels since well, almost a month now. So we've constantly been above 50, 51k, trying to get past 60k, and since we haven't really closed a weekly above 60k, 45k could be a really great liquidity grab, and alternatively 42k as well, since that is our 382 level. That would still mean that our bullish momentum is still intact. So that's my quick analysis on BTC, and we're just gonna have to wait and watch and see how the market reacts. Now, since tomorrow is a Friday and we're coming up against a weekend, I would expect weekend price action to be very slow and choppy again, because BTC tends to make some really weird moves on the weekends. But let's wait and watch. I wouldn't rush to get into any positions right now because I don't see any clear market structure except for a huge move to the downside. So yeah, Asia Open hours and London Open today is going to be pretty interesting. And yeah, I'm gonna soon come back and give you my thoughts on that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more updates from my channel, please feel free to subscribe, drop a like down below, and comment if you want to see any more. And comment if you have any suggestions. I make videos every day, and this channel mainly focuses on fundamentals, on-chain analysis, and TA. So if you're interested in watching that, please feel free to give this video a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.